Hello, my name is Charles. I'm from Fight Racism, Fight Imperialism. I've got a couple of things to say. I agree with quite a bit of what the last speakers have said. The first thing I want to say is about these 30th of June strikes, and then the other thing is about what's happening in Spain. A lot of people will be telling us that on the 30th of June, when all these teachers are going on strike and all these public sector workers, which we support, they will tell you that this is the start of the working class in Britain standing up. I'm afraid that this is false. And you don't have to take my word for it. Just look at what happened in Spain, right? Because there are a lot of things happening in Spain and we have to learn the lessons from Spain. In September last year, there was a huge one-day strike by Spanish workers, where 70% of the workers walked out. All right? In Britain, the headline in some of the socialist newspapers was, you know, the strike has the bosses shaking. But what happened afterwards? Nothing happened. Things only started happening in Spain when the youth, who are not in trade unions, where there's 45% unemployment, when they took to the streets and occupied the squares. That's when things started to happen. So here in Britain, yes, we support the 30th of June strikes, but we shouldn't be led into any illusions that this is the start of the working class fighting back. Things will start happening when people outside of the trade unions take to the streets, because the trade unions are completely tied to the Labour Party and hence to the ruling establishment. They basically support the cuts, they support the austerity and so on. That's the first thing. The second thing about what should we be doing. I mean, we're talking about global international capitalism. All the banks in the world have branches and headquarters in Britain. Britain is a very unique country. Financial services are very important. The CEO of Santander was sitting on the board of Marks and Spencer's. You know, the CEOs of all these companies, they sit on each other's boards. They're all one international cartel. So what can we be doing here? Well, we have a Spanish bank, which is one of the biggest in the EU, Santander, here in Manchester. We should be, as Spanish people, as British people, occupying these banks, right? Because they are the same people. Look at the debts of Greece. Who's paying the debt? Who are they paying the debts to? German banks, French banks. It's not just a Greek problem, it's an international problem. So we should be targeting those people that represent international finance, all these multinational corporations. The banks occupy Santander every day until we get what we want. Thank you.